Biology loves a very specific kind of trap. Not, do you know the idea, but do you know exactly where it happens or exactly what comes out the other end? Two organs mixed up in one direction constantly. Two products from one enzyme, and usually only one gets written down. This lesson covers both excretion and digestion because they're tested the exact same way, and once you see the pattern, you'll catch it everywhere. Let's start with an organ mix-up that goes wrong in both directions, depending on the year. Urea. Ask most people where it's made, and the instinct is to say the kidney, because the kidney is the organ you associate with urea, since that's where it leaves the body. But that instinct is wrong. Urea is made in the liver through a process called deamination, breaking down excess amino acids the body doesn't need. The kidney's job is completely different. The kidney doesn't make urea. It filters it out of the blood and removes it. Production and removal are two different organs, two different jobs. Now, two more words that get swapped constantly because they sound almost identical: ureter and urethra. The ureter is the tube carrying urine from the kidney down to the bladder. The urethra is the tube carrying urine from the bladder out of the body. Same system, opposite ends, and in an exam they get reversed in both directions, equally often. One way to lock this in: ureter comes first alphabetically, and it's first in the journey, straight out of the kidney. Urethra comes later, and it's the last step, out of the body. Now let's move to digestion, and a very similar kind of trap, this time about enzymes. Start with amylase. Amylase breaks down starch into sugar. The question that trips people up isn't what it does, it's where it's actually secreted. The answer is the mouth. From the salivary glands, digestion of starch genuinely starts before you've even swallowed, not the small intestine. The small intestine matters later in digestion, but it isn't where amylase itself is produced. Now, lipase. And this is the one word that costs the most marks in this entire topic. Lipase breaks down fats. Ask what it produces, and almost everyone correctly says fatty acids. But lipase produces two products, not one: fatty acids and glycerol. Leave out glycerol and you've only given half the answer, even though the half you gave was completely correct. Next, mechanical digestion versus chemical digestion, and these definitions get swapped with each other constantly. Chemical digestion is the one that uses enzymes to break large, insoluble molecules down into small, soluble ones. That's the definition most people accidentally attach to the word mechanical instead. Mechanical digestion doesn't use enzymes at all. It's physical breakdown, like chewing or the churning of the stomach, breaking food into smaller pieces without changing what it chemically is. One more precision point, and it's about testing, not digesting. Benedict's test checks for reducing sugars, and a positive result doesn't just change color, it changes from blue to a brick red precipitate. And that specific color change is what gets asked for, not just, it turns red. There's a second test worth knowing alongside it: hydrogen carbonate indicator, used to detect carbon dioxide. As carbon dioxide increases, the indicator turns from red toward yellow. As carbon dioxide decreases, it moves the other way, from red toward purple. Two different tests, two different color scales, and mixing up the direction is an easy way to lose a mark you actually understood. Last precision point: enzymes and pH. It's tempting to assume every enzyme works best at pH 7 because that's neutral, and neutral feels like the safe default answer. It isn't true. Pepsin, in your stomach, works best in a strongly acidic environment because that's the environment it actually lives in. Every enzyme has its own optimum pH, matched to wherever in the body it actually operates. There is no single universal answer here. Before the full exam question, a quick practice one. State where in the body urea is made and name the separate organ that removes it from the blood. Urea is made in the liver through deamination. The kidney is a completely different organ. It filters urea out of the blood and removes it. Now for something closer to real exam length. Part A. Name the enzyme that digests starch and state exactly where in the digestive system it's first secreted. Part B. State the two products formed when lipase acts on fats, both of them, not just one. Part C. A food sample is tested with Benedict's solution and heated. Describe the color change that shows a positive result and state what that result actually indicates. Part D. Explain the difference between mechanical and chemical digestion using one named example of each. Part A. Amylase, and it's first secreted in the mouth from the salivary glands, not the small intestine. Part B. Fatty acids and glycerol, both are needed for the full mark. Part C. The color changes from blue to a brick red precipitate, and that result shows a reducing sugar is present in the food. And Part D. Mechanical digestion is physical breakdown with no enzymes involved, chewing for example. Chemical digestion uses enzymes to break large molecules into smaller ones. Amylase breaking down starch is a clear example. So, 6 precision points, and every single one follows the same pattern. The general idea was never the problem. Urea, made in the liver, removed by the kidney. Ureter and urethra, first tube out of the kidney, last tube out of the body. Amylase, made in the mouth, not the small intestine. Lipase, 2 products, fatty acids and glycerol, not one. Mechanical digestion, physical, no enzymes. Chemical digestion, enzymes, breaking molecules down, and enzyme pH, matched to its actual environment, never assumed to be neutral. Get the general idea right, and you're halfway there. Get the specific detail right too, and that's a full mark, not a half mark. I've put all 6 of these in the notes. Revise it on StudyRevise while it's fresh.